small it is with U65. Hi everyone, Alex at Cormdale Farm. Today we are installing a bat house on the property. So when we moved here, and in some earlier videos, we talked about how we really wanted our property to be very diverse in its wildlife and bugs, and not to be spraying a bunch of pesticides and chemicals, but to try to attract all of the beneficials to our property. And that's not just insects. Beneficials also can be bats, because they will eat some of the bad bugs. So bats will eat up to 1/3 of their body weight a night. And so an adult bat could end up eating up to 3,000 insects in just one night. And those insects include mosquitoes, moths, crickets, beetles, some fruit and pollen, but a lot of that stuff that is going to be either biting my body and giving me itchy bumps, which I have from the mosquitoes, but also cucumber beetles, crickets are everywhere. So I think it would be really great if we could get some bats living on our property. So let's build a bat house. Come here, little bat house, bat palace. I will link the bat house we chose in the description box below. I got it on Amazon, well rated. It's called the Big Bat Box. And they have different colors. I'm not sure quite how much the colors will matter, but they said that our area could do with a brown house instead of a black. And this bat house had 2 chambers. Not sure how many bats can live in each chamber, but 1, 2. I'll show you here what we've got in the shade, because it's like 1,001 degrees here already in July in Oklahoma. So the shade is beautiful, the sun is death. But here we have a 16-foot 4x4 that we bought at Lowe's, and then we have a piece of mounting board at what will be the very top, and the bat house is going to attach to the mounting board, and the pole's gonna go way up high, and we'll talk about over in the location why it needs to be this high and why we chose the location we chose.
Mommy, I'm holding it. What are I doing?
I'm building a bat house.
A bat house?
Say bat house.
A bat house.
Bat house.
A bat house.
Yeah. Give Daddy the pieces.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, bat house.
I'm sure you've lost half these screws already. I'm sure you're right back.
It's okay, we can find them.
Bat.
When you let your 2-year-old touch the hardware bag, you have to replace the screws. the far corner of our field from our house. Is the farthest corner of our property on 2.5 acres. And the reason we chose this was for several reasons. One, the bat house needs full sun. They want their chamber to be really, really hot. That's why you sometimes find bats in the attic, because heat rises and it's really warm and cozy. So this is a full sun location. Another reason is they need to have a water source within a half a mile. And on our property, there is, on the other side of a hill, there's a pond where the cattle drink. And on the other side of the tree line, there's another pond. So in both directions, they'll have a good water source, which is great. We chose a 16-foot high pole because the bat house needs to be a minimum of 10 feet above the ground, because the way the bats launch and take flight, they kind of drop about 3 or 4 feet at launch. And so if you have it really close to the ground, they're going to hit the ground and then they're going to be really susceptible to predators. So we've got a really high pole. And then another reason is it's completely open around the bat house, and that will actually make the bats feel more secure than if you mounted it in a tree or against your house, because an owl or a hawk could be sitting on a tree limb and lurking and just waiting for the bats to leave the house and chomp them. They're not going to love that. So in summary, really high pole, exposed area, full sun, and water source, and you should be able to attract bats to your bat house. Earlier Eric dug an 18-inch hole right next to one of our cattle fence corners. And the reason for this is because with mounting brackets, we can affix it to this that's already super sturdy. So we don't have to worry about doing like a cement hole or digging it crazy deep, because we're going to use an already existing structure for stability, which makes our life a lot easier.
Interesting. Benefits of being 6'5".
6'5". Shows how tall it is with you 6'5".
Oh my gosh, it's so tall. I have no idea how we'll clean out wasps from that.
We'll figure it out.
Bats to kill mosquitoes.
Giant U-bolt. Some spacers to make it level.
The bat house is installed. You can't see it because it's so tall above me, but I'm really excited to be welcoming some new bat residents to the property. I looked at the box, and earlier I said I didn't know how many bats could fit in the box. The packaging says 75 bats. I feel like that's a bit excessive on the bat number because that's basically a bat hotel. But even just a couple bats living on the property could really reduce some of our bug pressure. So I'm kind of excited to see if they'll move in, when they move in, if we notice any differences. It'll be really exciting having the kids peering up, seeing if they can see any of the bats during the day sleeping. But in later videos, if we do notice bat activity, we'll update you. But I hope this was helpful. Maybe you can consider putting a bat house on your property as well to cut down on mosquitoes and prevent having to spray all the icky sprays that kill the good things on your property. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye.